What do people get wrong about motivation? They think it's a permanent solution. They believe it's something constant. They think that once they have it, they will hold on to it forever. Nothing is permanent. Nothing lasts forever. And many times, you have to learn to act without motivation. You have to learn to act without purpose to accomplish different things. That's what people think. They believe they need motivation to work out, study, or improve. So, if they don't have it, they simply don't do it. And that's where they fail. You have to train your mind beyond motivation. If you have motivation, great. That's just a little fuel for the fire. All you need is a spark, and you can set an entire forest ablaze. But you must learn to exist without motivation. You need to be your best self when you are the least motivated. And that is the hardest part of all of this. Motivation is just a word. You need to have different things in your mind about where you want to go and understand that motivation won't get you there. Now, motivation is a strange word because it doesn't actually mean what we think it does. We believe it means being excited to do something, that it means being eager and passionate to make something happen. And we think we should be able to ignite that flame, that passion. But we can't, because it just doesn't work that way. And honestly, that's not even what motivate really means. Motivate doesn't mean yelling and cheering. To motivate actually means to provide a motive, a reason. So, to motivate someone is to explain why they are doing what they're doing, how it will help them, where it will take them, why they should keep working, fighting, and pushing forward. And when you need motivation, don't look for someone to yell and cheer for you. Don't look for someone else to motivate you. Look at yourself. Look at yourself and remind yourself, why are you doing what you're doing? Remind yourself that this struggle, this temporary pain, this battle you're facing is what will make you stronger, faster, smarter, and better. And then, with that motivation, push forward into the fight, into the storm, into the heat of battle where victory is forged. This is another thing about motivation and discipline. I really want to emphasize the difference between these two things. I was a 4-time world kickboxing champion for 12 years, training 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. I was motivated to train probably about 25% of the time. The rest of the time, I went because I was disciplined. You don't feel like doing it on a Wednesday morning when you wake up, but you do it anyway because you are disciplined. Either you are disciplined or you are not. I don't need to be motivated. I am a disciplined person. I do what I need to do. And in the end, the answer is discipline. You will have to work hard when you don't feel like it. That's how it's going to be, or you will never achieve anything. It's always about discipline. Every other person who is building million-dollar careers, lives, and businesses has figured out one thing. They know how to get up and keep going when they don't feel like it. How do you stay motivated? You don't, because no one stays motivated. Ask yourself, how do I develop the discipline to do the things I know I need to do when I don't feel like doing them? That is the question, because it's easy for anyone to work hard on the days they feel like it and do well. But what about the days when you don't feel like working? What about the days when you don't feel like going to gym? What about the days when you don't feel like getting out of bed? Because those are the days that will define where you end up in life. On those days, when I'm tired, exhausted, or just sick of the routine, what do? I push forward anyway. I do it. Even if I just move through inertia. I keep moving. I don't really feel like working out. Do I work out? I don't really feel like getting out of bed. Do I get up and get out of bed? Don't give in to immediate gratification whispering in your ear. Ignore it completely. Don't listen to that little voice. Instead, keep moving. Lift the weights. Go for the run. Work on the project. Get out of bed. And just keep going through inertia. You pushed through that moment and stayed on the right path, the disciplined path. You stayed on the path of war, exactly where you know you belong. I have never met a person who succeeded without a great amount of self-discipline in their life. Self-discipline means being able to work, being able to keep your life in order, fulfilling commitments, keeping promises, and meeting deadlines is essential for success. If you study people at the top of any field, you'll realize that to get there, motivation was maybe 1% of the formula. Maybe. Winners don't need motivation. Winners need discipline. Discipline is about doing things because they need to be done, not because you feel like doing them. Well, I think the one thing discipline definitely helps with is that it helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you become more successful. Sometimes a big part of success is simply not being lazy and just getting to work. Just understand that 90% of success is showing up, being there, and starting to work. You won't feel perfect every day. If I only worked out when I felt good, I would be a failure, because there are many days when I don't feel like doing it. I mean, that's pretty much true for everyone who really gets good at something. There have to be those days when you work anyway, and those days will probably outnumber the days when you actually feel like doing it. So the benefit of discipline, in my view, has always been that through discipline, I get things done.